Hello and welcome to Tutorly tutorials. In this tutorial we're going to learn how to configure and understand the working of Tutorly. So once you have installed and set up the theme on your WordPress site, you will see a homepage which looks something like this. So here you can see we have certain static elements on the page. So this page is built using Elementor, and if you want to edit the page, you can simply go to edit, and you can simply edit the page. You can edit this content according to your requirement. You can change the image or replace the image with a video, right? And below here you'll see that we have this as a carousel, and this is the vibe carousel here, and we have selected the carousel type as taxonomy, and the taxonomy is service type. So we'll see in detail how this works. So I'm just explaining various elements on the page. So these are static text. So this is a dynamic text, which means when you add a new service type in your Tutorly site, it's going to show up here. Then again, these all are static texts. Below we have the slides, which is being used to show the testimonials, and down below we have the instructor carousel, and here you can see we have the carousel type as members, and the member type here is instructor, which means only the users who are labeled as instructors will appear in this carousel. And we have the featured card as booking tutor. You can we have more featured card blocks which you can explore. So there is a particles effect on the entire section. So if you edit this section, you will see that we have this particular class which is called as particles background, particles underscore bg. This class is responsible for adding these moving dots, colored dots. So for any section, if you add this class, it's going to add these dots, beautiful dots. And we have more classes like that, which we have explained in the documentation. So let's see how this entire thing works. So first we'll need to go to the dashboard of your Tutorly theme, Tutorly site, and we go to the Vibe BP, which is the plugin which gets installed during the setup wizard. And in Vibe BP settings, so here if I open this page in an incognito, which means in non-logged in mode, so here we have this sign up. So this is a proper menu which we have. To edit the menu, you can simply go to appearance menus and edit the menu which is connected to the primary menu location. And here you can edit the pages. So note that here we have the SVG icon which also appears here. You can change those SVG icon. You can select any icon from the given set, or upload or add the SVG right here and click on add icon to change the icon. Otherwise you can simply select an existing icon from the given set, and that will appear on the menu. Then we have the mega menu, which is enabled in the services. So here when you hover, you can see we get the categories. So these are basically service types. For each of the service types, we have these services which appear in decent layout. So here you can see we have this mega menu enabled. So once the mega menu is enabled, you will get three options. One of them is category post, which is used here, and there's a default width given to the mega menu. Otherwise it is going to take the entire width of the screen. And then we have divided it into 4 columns. And here when we say category posts, you can select the taxonomy, which is the service type. If in case you have some service types which you don't want to show, you can write their slugs. So this slug is basically when you go to the service type, you can copy this slug and enter it, and it will be removed from the mega menu. So this is the menu part. So note we have these service types which appear on this particular page under the using the carousel that we have, and if you edit any of the service type, you will see that the description appears right below the service type name, and you can change the thumbnail. You use the media library to select an existing uploaded ones or upload a new image in place of the existing one. Now when you click on sign in, you see that we have this welcome back, sign into the experience, and all these texts. How do we edit this? So these texts are coming from YBP settings, and in here you'll see that we have the login heading, which is welcome back. So welcome back, login message, login screen terms. Likewise, you can change all the content which is displayed here. When you go on click the menu, when you click sign in, or you log in with email and forgot password. So all these text you can edit from here. So next is understanding how this works. So this page is built using instructor blocks, and each of the instructor blocks is utilizing some fields which the user will enter in their profile. So let's understand this, how this works. So here we'll open the site, and since I'm the administrator of this entire site, I get special privileges in our YBP panel. So this particular menu that you see here, dashboard activity profile, this can be customized from appearance menus, and you can edit the YBP profile menu. And here we have the dashboard activity and profile and shop and commissions. You can remove menus which you do not want, menu items, or you can simply relabel the menu items as well. Also, what you can do is you need to enable the BuddyPress member, because each of these is basically a component of BuddyPress, and you can add more items to this. For example, you can add friends to this list, and you can also create a sub level item. So we support only one level of sub items. So once you do this, now if we reload this page, you see that we have this profile, and under profile we have friends and wallet. We can also change the appearance of this particular screen using the customize section, and here we go to YBP settings, and we can change the entire style from default to elegance. So this is how the elegance appears, and you can select a mobile icon for you. Okay, and here you can see it appears, and maybe show it in expanded mode by default. So this is how it appears by default. So first up is the dashboard component. So the dashboard components is built as a widgetized area, which means if you go to the appearance and widgets section of your WordPress admin panel, you will see a YBP member dashboard, and in here you can add widgets in here. So like we added this widget here, and now if we open our dashboard screen, and here you do not need to reload every time, because this entire section is built as an app, and you can drag to reload the current view. And here you can see we get the widget on the page, Note that this dashboard area can be customized on a per user basis, per member type basis. For example, we have instructors and students as member types, and you can customize this for different different member types. And we have specialized widgets which will allow you to show member specific information, so which we'll cover later on. Next is the activity. So this is the activity which is happening on the site. So these are personal activity, and we also have the site activity which is going on. You can also update the status. This is a personal activity which I'm posting. So the status is updated here, and we have this as the profile. So the next section is the profile section. So here we have this as the student's profile. Now that is because the administrator is not an instructor. So we can change any user's member type by going to users, all users, then editing the user and going to the extended profile and marking the member type as instructor. Now once the member type is marked as instructor, we also need to check how many member layouts, how many member profiles we have. So we have 2 member profiles. One is base, which is going to be the default member type member profile, and the other is the instructor. So this is the layout which appears. If you edit this page in Elementor, you will understand that this is the layout which appears for the tutors. So here you can see we have this layout. When you click on any of the instructor, so you can see we have a video here and we have a video here. Okay, and we have this these profile fields showing up, and down below we have the book tutor. So we have these profile fields showing, and we have the book tutor here, which is going to show the slots the user can book, and we have the instructor review. So this is the Elementor view, which gives you an indication of how the exact view will look like. And you can remove fields. For example, if you do not want to show this field, you can simply remove the field, or you can add the field as well. To add a field, you can simply search for profile, and here you will see that we have a member profile field. So note that this is the layout, which means that when we select here, it's going to so whatever we select here, it's going to show up for all the instructors. So as the instructors, they fill in their profiles, the information gets displayed here. So for example, we have this profile of Vladimir Nabokov. So let's go to the app section, and in app we have this wonderful functionality which is called as all members, which will display you all the members which are available in your site, and you can view their profiles. And you can view their profiles here. You can edit the information. Okay, so here we have administrator, and you can edit the information of this. So let's edit the information of Vladimir. Right, so here we can see we have the lecturer at Cornell University, and you can edit this from here at maybe like Harvard. So these changes are saved in real time, and let's reload. At Harvard University, you can change any member's profile from here. For the specific instructor or for the member, they can obviously go to their profiles and edit the fields. And this entire layout is built in Elementor, so you will be able to remove or add or customize or create your own layout of how the instructor's profile should appear. Okay, So now let's see how this actually works. So let's open. So here we have this instructor 1. So I'm going to log in. So there are two modes of bookings which we have supported. So first one is where the user has to request booking, wherein there is no pricing involved, and the second one is where the pricing is involved and the bookings are automatically approved on payment completion. So I'm just going to set the password, and we're going to see both the views here. So the administrator is going to be the student, and we're going to book this instructor here. Right, so this is the instructor which you are trying to book, and here we find the instructor and we click on the slot, and we like the slot and we confirm the booking, and this booking request is sent to the instructor. So now let's log in as instructor. And let's go to the appointments panel. So by default, all instructors also get the controls of the students, which means the bookings, history, pending bookings, my reviews and favorites. These are the controls of the students, and down below are the controls for the instructors. So here, if we go to the approve appointment section, here you'll see that we get an incoming request for booking this, for accepting or rejecting this appointment, and we can accept this. So once the appointment is accepted, if we go to manage appointments, you can see we have this booking, and for the student in the appointments booking section, the booking will appear. Now we have this concept of services, which means that there are various services which your instructors can enroll into and impart. For example, for a typical school like setup, there will be services for various subjects, which is our first demo, and like that you can create services, and for that particular setup you will be required to create services. So if you go to the WordPress admin dashboard, and in the services section you will see all services, and here you can write down, you can create the services, you can delete these existing ones and create new ones. Now once you have created these services, for the instructor to enroll into these services, you'll need to go into the settings, and since we have this WooCommerce installed, the slot price, setting up of slot price automatically appears, which means an instructor can mark his slot as paid. Note that once he sets a default slot price, then all his slots will be required to be paid slots. So for example, we set the default slot price as 10. As soon as you set the default slot price as 10, if you see the instructor's profile, it will show that the price per slot is 10. Now here the instructor will be able to enroll into services. So by clicking on plus, he can select a service type, and among the selected service type, he'll be shown different services which are available. So, and he can set the price for different services. Right. So by default, any slot which is not connected to a service will be priced at $10, and if a slot is priced with web package, then it will be priced at $9. If a slot is connected with guitar for all service, then it will be priced at $10. So let's see how this works. So first we are going to save this configuration. So once we have saved, now comes the most important part, which is the manage slots. So when you go to the manage slots, you can see we have this web package and guitar for all. So these are the two services the instructor has enrolled into in the settings section. Note that there is a top line which actually denotes the color of each of these services. To set that, we need to go into the WP admin panel, go to YPP settings, and in the appointments section you can set color for these services. For example, we have this web services package, so we can set the color as red, and then we have the guitar service, and we can set this as green. Okay, so here you can see we have two different fields here, instructor video field and instructor sub field. So we need to select a profile field for this, so video field and this actually forms the basis. And once you configure these two settings, this forms the basis for the instructor card which appears on the home page. Right, so back to our manage slot. So let's just refresh this. So here you can see we get the top color, and let's add slots. So I'm going to add slots. So there are two types of slots which can be added. One is a recurring appointment and the other one are standalone slots. So here if we add slots from 28th to 31st of July, and the time period can be 10 to 11 p.m. That's my current local time. If I change my time zone, then this time will also change. And you can break this particular slot into 30-minute, so which means that in 4 days there will be 8 slots created, and you can connect these slots to a particular service. If you connect these slots to a particular service, then the slots will be connected to that service, and we are going to add these slots. So here you can see we have these slots here. Now to remove some of these slots, you can simply click on them and it will be removed. Note that these slots are not unsaved slots, which is why when we click on them it is being removed. And when you save these slots, each of these slots will get a unique ID. So here you can see we have this ID 57986, and these IDs of the slots are also used in the communication, in email communication and all the communication that goes through the user. And note the color is taking of the web package because it is from that service. So let's add another slot, and this time we will create a recurring slot. Let's say this particular slot runs from 28th to 28th of August. This is a recurring slot, which means, and it only happens on Monday and Friday. So on these 2 weeks, between these two date range, only on Monday and Friday from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. or better, let's say 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. Okay, and we can select this to guitar and add slot. Right, so here we can see, and when we save this, the color will change to green. So here you can see we have these slots, and note that each of these slot is having the same ID because this is one slot which is recurring. It's the property of the slot which that it is recurring slot. Now for ad hoc management, you can simply click on the slot here and you can assign it to a particular member. You can also change the service by clicking on edit icon, and you can also click and create a Zoom meeting directly if Zoom is configured. So here we do not have Zoom configured. You can add notes to this slot. You can search a member and add the member to this slot and click confirm booking. and this member will be added to this recurring slot for the entire month. So this is the direct way of adding members to the slots, right from the manage slot. And to remove any of the slot, you have to click on it and click remove slot, because this is a saved slot. Now this slot is removed and you can save the slot. Okay, so let's get back and let's book this instructor once again. So we visit the instructor's profile. Let's book from the find a tutor section. Right, so here you can see we have this, we get these blocks and you can directly book from here. So this is the repeating slot, which is Monday and Friday from July 28 to August 22. So this slot will cost you 9 into $10, which is $90 if you're going to book this. And if you're going to book a standalone one, then this is only going to cost you $9. And here we have added this to the cart, and you can see that this slot has been added, and it will remain in the cart for 15 minutes, which means you have to complete the transaction in 15 minutes. So this is to avoid abuse of because for that duration the slot is removed from the instructor's profile. User can simply purchase this. Okay, and we have this direct bank transfer and we place the order. So right now Vladimir is booking himself and he created this order. So we'll get the order in WooCommerce because this is a direct bank transfer and we will need to approve this order. So we mark this order as completed. So here the order is complete, and when we check our appointment section in bookings, we get that we have a booking for web package for the instructor Vladimir Novakov, and when we click on it, it shows the order number, which is the important detail. Then the activity, that appointment 9 is confirmed, and any activity that will happen here. Then we get the messages. So this is a private channel between the instructor and the student, where they can send messages, send attachments and communicate with each other. And then we have this cancellation. So request cancellation can only be requested if you request before the buffer time. So this is how it works. So let's try and understand the entire package. So I'm just going to configure Zoom here first. So to configure Zoom, I need to ensure that we have this plugin called as Vibe Zoom. So in the setup wizard we activate it directly, but if you just go to plugins and check Vibe Zoom, okay, we have this Vibe Zoom plugin and the version is 1.8.3. and when we go to the YPP settings, here we get Zoom settings, and here we need to configure Zoom API key and Zoom secret key, and you can click this link for help. It basically guides you on how to configure Zoom. So what I'm going to do is just show you quickly. Zoom developer.zoom.us. I'm going to go to the Zoom developer account, sign in, and you can simply sign up. It's very easy. Apps, and here we'll need to create the JWT app, and we'll get the API key and API secret. So we copy this API key, paste this, then copy the API secret and paste this, and we can enable meeting reminders and meeting reminder time and save the settings. So now the settings are saved. So now let's see how the entire booking process works. So here we are logged in as Vladimir, and we're going to create a slot we're going to create a slot in manage slots. So I'm going to create a slot for the guitar for all service. Add slot, and here our slot is added. So here we have this slot, and we'll directly add the assign it to the member. We'll directly assign it to the member. So once the slot is assigned in the appointment section of the student, here you can see we have this appointment which is upcoming on July 28th at 10:49, and we can go into this, and here we have this booking for the administrator, and it is live. So here you can see the booking is now in history and time has passed. So the instructor will mark the booking as complete. Once the booking is marked as complete, the user will be able to review the completed booking and submit. And this review will appear on the profile of the instructor. So that's it from Tutorly tutorials. Thanks for watching.